Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we are living life intentionally with you.
Welcome to our 2019 year in review.
Yes, I am in a sleeping bag. We're cold. It's the end of December here.
We're in the desert.
It's Arizona.
Arizona
It's
desert.
supposed to be cool in the wintertime.
Yeah.
It is definitely cool.
Yeah, she's in her...
I like my sleeping bag. I'm going to stay warm.
We have had quite the year, haven't we?
It's been an amazing experience.
We have been on the road since March, but we've been living in our trailer all year long.
Yes, and that experience has been great. About this time last year, we were huddled in a very cold, wet Washington.
All right, we are starting to break in a sledding hill. I think I'm pretty glad that we bought that sled on discount.
So where have we been this year? Washington,
Oregon,
California,
Arizona,
New Mexico,
Texas.
We got all the way to Louisiana.
Yeah. We went out to Mississippi, Alabama, and Oklahoma. 9 states altogether.
By our requirements, we have 7 stickers on our map.
We are making headway and getting some really good states out of the way.
Really good experiences. We will have to go back to Alabama, Mississippi, and Oklahoma, as we were only there for short times. Mississippi, we only drove through.
We only drove through. We stopped at like a space camp thing at a rest stop. It looked kind of cool. If we had the time to stop.
Yeah, it'd be cool to check out. Did you know that there was space stuff in Mississippi? I thought I was all in Houston.
Houston and...
Houston, we have a problem.
These are some of the national parks and monuments that we went to this year. We went to Montezuma's Castle,
the Grand Canyon,
Walnut Canyon,
Sunset Crater,
Wupaki National Monument,
Black Bayou Lake and National Wildlife Refuge,
Cane River Creole National Historical Park,
Alabate's Flint Quarries, and that's a national monument.
Meredith National Recreation Area. The Petroglyph.
Ah, yes, right. The
National
Petroglyph
Monument.
National Monument. We've camped near or gone to quite a few interesting lakes.
Some were really nice lakes, others were not so nice.
Not the lake necessarily, maybe the camping. But we've been to Lake Meredith.
Went to Cypress Bayou Reservoir.
Lake Minden.
Lake Sawyer, that's where he wintered last year.
Lake Whitney.
Lake Tawakoni.
Lake Texoma.
And then Ute Lake out in New Mexico.
And we've forgotten the big lake up in Texas.
Caddo Lake.
Caddo?
Caddo.
Is it Caddo?
Caddo Lake. And Caddo Lake is on the border between Louisiana and Texas.
Cute little park there. Camping is $12 a night.
One thing we noticed with the lakes in Louisiana, a lot of them were very murky lakes.
Basically red.
Basically red.
From the red clay.
The Cypress Bayou Reservoir, well, you couldn't see 2 inches in front of your face.
No.
And same with Caddo Lake. It was very silky. But the fish love that.
Yeah.
That area.
Did some fishing. Lots of bass.
Bass, catfish, and brim.
Garrett took both the kids at different times to a father-daughter, father-son fishing date.
Emma took to fishing a little more than Timothy. If he didn't catch something within 2 seconds of him casting it out, he complete defeat and the world was ending. We also visited 2 different oceans.
Yep, we were on the Pacific Ocean in Oregon.
In March.
And then we visited
the Gulf of Mexico when we were in Alabama.
Gulf Shores in June. That's nice.
It was hot.
Got sunburned.
Yeah. Some of the other places that were not like national parks or monuments that we visited were the Palo Duro Canyon.
Oh my gosh, so gorgeous, you guys. And you can camp down there.
Yeah, they have a really cool event every year called the Texas Show. It's a production, Broadway style production. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. Yes. We also went out to West Monroe and visited Duck Commander.
That's in Louisiana. So they have a tour that we didn't actually end up going on of their old
manufacturing, how they put duck calls together. I think they might still make them there.
It's a great tour if you want to do that with your family after watching Duck Commander.
We just didn't have the money right then and there to be able to do it, and then I don't know if Edison would have fully appreciated.
It's a half-hour tour and the kids get to make a duck call.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Friends of ours did it. They thought it was fun.
While we were in Natchitoches, we also saw the Fort St. John Baptiste. It was a fort run by the French?
Yeah, it was, I believe it was a trading post, and that a military detachment was assigned to protect it from the Indians.
We went to the balloon fiesta, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a few minutes.
That's New Mexico.
That's in New Mexico. Yep. Went to the New Mexico Museum of Natural History.
Oh, that was fun, you guys. It's got a lot, like a huge animatronic dinosaur. The kids were just...
They loved it.
I know, they wanted to keep coming back to it every time that it started.
And the museum was a lot bigger than it made you feel. You seen a couple of the exhibits, we just kept walking and just going into new sections and new sections. And there was a whole section we didn't even go to.
So it had planetary exhibits and dinosaur exhibits, as well as through the ages sort of Earth history.
Yep.
What else did it have? It had geology stones.
We also saw a few other things in Amarillo, such as the Botanical Gardens there.
The Botanical Gardens were so beautiful and pretty inexpensive. They're not a huge location or site.
Yeah.
But it was worth going back. I went back and hung out by myself one afternoon. I love the tropical conservatory where they have a few little ducks in a pond with fish. They have like 5 different tropical fruit trees.
It was awesome. We also paid homage to the Cadillac stuck in the ground.
Of course.
At Cadillac Ranch.
Of course.
You're in Amarillo, you've got to go see Cadillac Ranch.
Super important when you go to places like this. Don't be like the other tourists that just dump your garbage on the ground.
And walk away.
We ended up picking up a full bag of garbage and taking it to the dumpsters that were positioned at the entrance.
Yeah, exactly. It's super easy, just hike your trash back out.
And then somebody defacing one of them within a few weeks of us being there, burned one of the Cadillacs.
One of the Cadillacs, yeah. While we were on the road, Carolyn has worked at 3 different hospitals.
Started in Louisiana at Christus Highland in Shreveport.
Yep.
Then we ended up in Texas at Northwest Texas Hospital in Amarillo. Great facility, 4 different units I was working on. Awesome people to work with. And then here in Arizona, I've been working at Banner Estrella. Again, fantastic people to work with. The facility is pristine.
Was all the training you had to do beforehand worth it though?
I don't know that it's helping me do my job any better, but...
They paid you.
They paid me for it, so...
Yeah.
Like 25 plus hours of education online before I even got here.
It was crazy. Now, while we were on the road, we experienced life.
Just life.
Just life. We've had trailer issues.
Fire in our battery compartments.
Batteries caught fire. The truck broke down. Same day. We had to replace the transmission in our car.
Yep.
And we got sick quite a bit while we were...
I think every single assignment we've gotten some sort of stomach bug for a week where all of us were sick. Vomiting and diarrhea and all that nastiness.
Exactly.
We haven't had any emergency room situations, so that's been pleasant. We've had to pay attention to the weather. Garrett actually had to outrun a tornado at one point, and I was sheltering in place at the hospital.
All right, so tornado watch take 2. We are right in the path of a tornado warning. It is probably 30-mile-an-hour winds outside and lightning and thunder. So we have the kids. I have some food, some things, some of our items to take with us, and we are
Gonna try and find an area that's not as bad.
There was a tornado that did touch down about half a mile from where we were camping, which was very interesting.
Thank God that we're protected.
Yes.
We got out of Texas before a snowstorm hit. That was back in October.
Yeah, you got out just in time. We had friends of ours that were working with their trailer and truck. It was all in Amarillo, and they're showing pictures and videos of them driving down the highway, and it's just white, just snow everywhere, and it's just like a snowstorm. And you're like, what?
We've managed through several different windstorms, one of them being super scary, our very first one.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the desert out in
Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
We got we were getting sustained
California.
40 to 60 mile an hour side winds.
Scary.
And that was nothing compared to what the night we went through riding in that trailer.
Last winter in Washington we had ice storm after snowstorm. I think it was taking limbs off of trees, and Garrett was so afraid that the trailer was going to get damaged. He ended up moving it while I was at work one day. Through
the snow and ice, I hooked up, moved the trailer. It was about 20 yards to another site that wasn't underneath a hanging widow branch.
Yeah. Power outages and windstorms and snowstorms.
Yeah.
Then we got tornado stuff.
It's just been weather. All weather is like this year, the theme. While we were on the road, we've also met a whole bunch of really amazing people.
This has been amazing, you guys. We have such a huge list to share with you, and I'm sure that we're missing some.
Probably.
We've met Kent and Lisa from Livin' Light RV so many times. They are our besties here on the road, I think. Doug and Harmony and
Boudreaux from Road School.
We have great friends from Louisiana that we met, the Loves, Dee and Laverne, and we're hoping that they'll get their trailer soon and get on the road.
They're working on getting their house sold, and that's been a very in-depth process for them.
Been praying for them that process will happen quickly and they'll be able to get on the road.
The first RV park that we went into in Louisiana, we met the Covers.
Spent a fun two weeks with them and their 3 boys. The kids palling around and having some pool time as well. And
they have a really cool ministry. They're both retired military, and they're working with Cadence International to help other military members.
If you want to support them, you can look them up as well.
We also met Stephen and Becca Posey from Louisiana. They're kind of more weekend warriors with their little travel trailer, and we've been trying to get them to come meet up with us at some point.
They were just so welcoming into that first church community that we attended in Louisiana, and it felt like we knew someone, and we spent a lot of time with them both at church and in smaller group settings.
We also got to meet
Don and Neva Ramel.
Our Nomadic Story?
I believe so.
Is their channel. But Don is very knowledgeable and very active in a lot of the RVing Facebook communities and stuff, and we got to know him pretty well.
But Don and Neva and Charity, they had us out for dinner one night. I think they were coming through Louisiana.
They were coming through,
and they stopped to hang out with us.
Now, one of our best DFAMers, we also got to meet them in person, Richard and Hope Marks.
They've been like grandparents for the kiddos on the road. So during the process of us being in Texas this summer, when our truck broke down, they rescued us and put us up in their house. Within a month or so, they had that house on the market and sold, and they're living in their trailer now and doing the travel nursing as well. So we're super excited for them and can't wait to meet them again on the road. And then at that same time when we met them, we also met
Jason and Rebecca LaRue,
who have also just recently purchased a trailer and are contemplating doing travel nursing.
They're a family of redheads, and they're a great family.
And Jason brought us amazing meat and grilled it for us.
He owns a butcher shop in Sulphur Springs, Texas, and brought us some meat for barbecuing. And oh my gosh, I don't think I'll ever have steak that good.
Oh no, it was melt in your mouth. But really, they had just found us on YouTube and were watching us and became DFAM with us and said, hey, you know, we know you're in Texas heading through, so we want to get to know you, where you're going to be at
Yeah.
And they came for the day.
And that was like our first official
meetup for DFAM.
We'll have more eventually. We've also met some really cool full-time families, especially at the rally and just before the rally started. Doug and Mandy Setzer.
We met them in Palo Duro Canyon.
Yep.
And then we hung out with them again at the Balloon Fiesta Rally.
Mike and Amy Martin.
Now this is an interesting story. And Garrett has helped to rescue them on the road.
Yep.
They were headed to the rally through Amarillo and their bus broke down. Garrett was able to pull them off the highway, get them set up in the RV park, and get their bus taken care of at the shop.
Yeah.
And then we were able to support them through the rally as well with encouragement, and it's been a great community. We can see even when people have been sort of stranded, where others just pick up the slack and say, oh, don't worry about that, I'll haul your trailer, I'll do this, I'll do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let us help you out.
Brendan and Sydney Elwood were our neighbors at the FTF Rally. And
on one side.
On one side, and then we had
3 kids, our kids' ages. We can't wait to meet them again. We're hoping to see them in January.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Richards, they have the same exact trailer that we have, except it's a 2020 instead of a 2019.
We were the twinsies.
We were the twinsies. They parked right next to us, and it's such a carbon copy of our trailer that Emma actually ran into their trailer unbeknownst that she got the wrong trailer until she was inside and realized, oh, this isn't mine.
We actually haven't told them that yet. They weren't in the trailer at the time.
Like, I promise, Emma didn't actually do anything. She just ran in. She
realized pretty quickly when she got in there, oh, it's clean. Oh, there's a big refrigerator in there, not ours. It's not my trailer.
We've also got to meet some really cool YouTubers that are full-time RVers as well. We met Kyle Brady from Drivin and Vibin.
Oh, that was the best date night I've ever had.
Date night, yes.
We got to see Kyle performing at El Papi's in
Mobile.
In Mobile, Alabama. We met with Don Ramel at that point as well.
Exactly.
Got to hang out for quite a while at the table between Kyle's sets. Yep. And then we were able to interview him as well on this channel.
Yeah, it was a fun interview. It got interrupted because his wife was like, where are you?
Yeah, Olivia was like, where are you? Come home, it's late, the baby needs you.
It's like, sorry, we'll let you go. Darn it.
It's been an hour.
It was one of our more
engaging interviews.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Tony and Melissa Flamia from Hippie and the Tech.
Fun couple.
Yes.
Fun couple. We're excited to hang out with them a little bit more, hopefully, in the next month or two, and maybe we'll finally get them to sit down and be interviewed by us.
Yeah.
We'll see. They've been super busy.
Them, along with Todd Henson, Todd and Stephanie Henson from Two Beards and a Babe, they started the Road Life Project, which is an awesome organization for full-time RVers. I suggest you go check them out as well.
Yes, there's everything there for the homeschooler, the retiree. You want health insurance, they help you figure that out. I mean, just about everything that you might need, they can hook you up with it. Yeah.
We also were able to go to a couple different meetups with other RVers, one being Loftus Party of Six, Michael and Lane Loftus.
That was so much fun.
Friendship Park here in Phoenix.
We actually met another family that we hadn't gotten to know very well at the Balloon Fiesta, and they were there. I believe their last name was White. I'm trying to remember.
Faithbound Travels.
Yeah, Faithbound Travels. Check their channel out. They're newer, and they have just gone full-time. When we met them at the rally, they were still working on the full-time piece.
And then Corey and Jesse from Finding Our Someday. We met up with them at the Cabela's here in Phoenix.
And then we met
with Dee and Corey Peterson.
Corey Peterson, yeah. They are full-time. They're out here in Arizona, and they had just found out that we were boondocking and said, well, we haven't gotten up the courage to do that yet. Can we come out and see your setup? And so we just invited them out one afternoon, and
honestly, we have the most basic setup of anybody.
Very basic, but ever. It shows that anybody can go out and do it.
Yes.
Without getting the expensive batteries and the inverter and the solar panels.
Exactly.
And you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's pretty simple to be able to do this. We had quite a number of highlights this year, one being the balloon fiesta.
We can't tell you too many times how awesome this experience is. October in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It was awesome.
And then having that being part of a full-time family rally, our very first one, just amazing for the kids to spend time with. It felt like hundreds of friends.
Yes.
Other full-time kids just palling around, getting to know each other and spending time together.
Yeah. And the experience that they had with all the balloons. I mean, you can't really fully appreciate it until
Unless you're there.
We also did a lot of exploring with our kids, and that was a lot of fun as well.
From bike rides to hikes to museums, all their junior ranger badges.
You guys ready?
Yeah!
All right. We are on the Red River down in downtown Shreveport, and we are going to go for a bike ride.
We have had so much fun just learning and experiencing life together.
Along with our experiences with RVing and meeting new people, we also got to interview a lot of really amazing RVers and YouTubers that travel full-time as well.
So for you DFAMers, here are some of our favorite interviews.
Kim and I are from two different areas, so I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Iowa, and we met in the Persian Gulf in 2004.
It's Eagle HT 30.5 MDOK. And so we picked it just because we wanted to fit in most of the national and state parks for camping.
I did it when I was a young boy. My mom and dad got me a carving set, and I started using it. So I've been carving for probably 45 years.
Okay.
Native born Texan.
Texas.
I grew up close to Houston, now I live in San Antonio. I spent 8 years in the Air Force and disabled vet.
While we were both teaching still.
Yes.
So it was like a summertime thing that you did.
Right. So the day that our youngest daughter moved out of the house was the day we moved into our first RV. So
we got into the whole RV situation by accident, actually. 2012, I believe it was. We bought our first RV just to be able to go to my daughter's softball games.
If you haven't checked out our interview series, we highly encourage you to go check that out. We have a playlist down below. You can go watch them. It is long.
Hours of fun.
Most of our interviews are between at least 45 minutes to an hour and a half or longer. Some of the things we learned about, and you know, some of these people that travel full time were things we wouldn't have known just by watching their channel. So
totally worth it.
It's definitely worth it. And that leads into our channel.
We have grown by leaps and bounds, you guys, in the past, I don't know, 6 months, even this year. Not only just in our experience as YouTubers, but also in our community. You guys have made this community into the DFAM community. It was one of you who suggested DFAM as a title for our community of people. And so we have graciously welcomed all of you DFAMers who want to be a part of our lives into our lives. So we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers.
We're almost there. And what do you think we should do for 1,000 subscribers?
I totally think we should give back to the community. So we are planning on doing some sort of giveaway. Stay tuned. In the very near future, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will give you more information on how you can enter to win a prize. We're thinking maybe an Amazon gift card, maybe something signed by us, and definitely a lot of Diary of a Family stickers.
Now let's look towards the future. What does 2020 have in store for us while we travel the road?
Well, we have to finish up our contract here in Phoenix, Arizona. There will be other contracts along the way, but we are going to take a break actually and spend about a month in Texas. So that'll be fun.
We are going back to our home domicile, and we will be working. I think we're picking up a work camping gig for a little bit, which will be some good experience. We'll give Carolyn a break, and it'll give me some experience, we're looking forward to that.
We also want to end up back in Washington for the summer to see family and get Emma into summer camp.
That's one thing that Emma definitely has been missing, is her friends back home. By allowing her to be able to get in on summer camp, we definitely hope that that'll be a wonderful experience that she'll treasure for a lifetime.
It's also really beautiful in the Northwest during the summertime, so that's the best time to go.
Carolyn also wants to visit her company's headquarters.
So at some point we're hoping to hit Omaha, Nebraska and visit all the wonderful staff at Atlas Med Staff. So Natasha, we're headed your way.
I think that our kids are going to enjoy that one as well.
I do, I really do.
We also have planned, nothing set in stone, but we definitely want to do more meetups.
Yeah, if we hear from you guys of the best locations to do a meetup where some of you would be able to meet with us,
yeah,
we would make plans to stop there and meet with you.
Whether that's like camping together or just meeting at a Cabela's or something like that, we definitely are open to suggestions, and we definitely want to meet you guys in person. This coming year is going to be packed full of fun. We're gonna kick it off with our Grand Canyon adventure that we recently had, and there's so much more to come, so you are going to want to hit that notification bell to get notified of whenever we get a new video out there.
We'd also love to get to know you just a little bit more. If you are interested in being interviewed for our channel, please feel free to email us at rvdiaryofafamily@gmail.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and as always,
live life intentionally.
Bye.